State lawmakers are coming together for a special session on July 6th. Originally, the session would focus on addressing inflation, but now, according to Republican leaders, the session will also map out how the state will move forward when it comes to access to abortion. Indiana is considered to be one of the states to either certainly or likely impose a ban after Friday's Supreme Court decision overturning Roe v. Wade. WRTV's Meredith Hackler researched how many abortions have recently occurred in our state, and she spoke with experts for their take on what could happen if a ban is enacted.
Next week, the Indiana General Assembly will meet to discuss the future of abortion access in the state. While there's no predicting what the changes to abortion access will be, experts from Indiana University say it's likely the changes will be drastic.
Indiana fares very poorly with respect to maternal health. And most people don't understand that a first-term abortion is much, much safer than a pregnancy.
According to the latest data from the Indiana Department of Health, there were 7,756 abortions in 2020. Of those, nearly 67% took place within the first trimester. While the Department of Health doesn't track the reasons why a person might seek an abortion, researchers say the reasons are fairly common.
People not being ready to parent, people not feeling they are financially, emotionally, or prepared to parent are the common reasons, or people not wanting to parent at this point.
As for the age groups, according to data released by the state, people ages 20 to 24 who were white had the highest number of abortions in the state. Along with that, 85% of those seeking an abortion were unmarried. Experts say if abortion is banned in Indiana, more people are likely to become parents rather than give their child up for adoption.
It's rare statistically that people will adopt out. About, I believe, roughly 2 to 5% of pregnancies are adopted instead of people parenting. So that's the rare circumstance that people will give a child up for adoption.
Which is why these experts feel more comprehensive sex education and government support will be vital if abortion becomes illegal in Indiana.
Having preventative mechanisms in place so people experience pregnancy when they want to be pregnant and can parent when they want to parent.
Working for you, Meredith Hackler, WRTV.